Today is your wake-up call. Stop overthinking and just create. What's up guys, Reggie B Photo here and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Reggie Ballesteros and I am a wedding photographer based in the San Francisco Bay Area. So lately I've been noticing too many photographers and creators obsessed with researching, comparing themselves, their gear, and their work to others, and in general just stuck inside of their own heads. Enough to the point where their mental effort of thinking about all these things is draining their energy and motivation to take photos and to just create things. We all fall victim to analysis paralysis at some point. Even I fall victim to it. But what is more important is being able to get out of that state and take action and start doing things again. So today we're going to do something a little different. In this video, I've teamed up with 5 other creators in an effort to snap you out of this state of analysis paralysis and motivate you to keep working at your craft no matter what skill level you might be at. And like most photography videos, let's start off with gear.
What's up? I'm John from John Branch for Photography, and I'm a wedding photographer in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And today, you all have to stop caring so much about your gear. I've seen way too many photographers held up by what body, lens, and camera system they have, and it holds them back from taking amazing photos. Don't let your gear make you feel like you're not taking amazing photos, because at the end of the day, our cameras are tools to be used, and you are the photographer. I hear it a lot myself because I shoot weddings with Fujifilm, which is crop sensor. And I can't begin to tell you how many times I've heard someone say, you can't shoot weddings unless you're shooting full frame. I'm sorry guys, at the end of the day, you can take amazing photos with whatever you're using. It doesn't matter the system. If you know how to take great photos and you understand light and your camera body, that's all you need. So don't hold yourself up just because you feel like you don't have the latest and greatest camera system and you're not gonna take great photos that way.
Hi, I'm Danae.
And I'm Andrew.
And Reggie asked us to do a quick video on what we think photographers overthink.
And this is a hard question. I think there's a lot of things people overthink. I think there's a lot of things we overthink. Well, me, and that's gear. But I don't want to talk about that because that would make me a hypocrite. So what do people overthink today?
Well, my first response was gear too. But the next, probably the thing I would say is what makes a good photo.
That's
People fret and think and plan and plot and pose. And sometimes the best photos are right in front of you. It's just a creative angle you take.
Yeah, we see that a lot. People who are spending so much time watching these videos like these, which, you know, I think Reggie and us and everyone else collaborating on this are glad that you're watching these videos. But guys, everything doesn't have to be perfect for you to get out and shoot. And maybe you have dreams of wanting to be a landscape photographer or a studio photographer or whatever that is. So I think what happens is people have this idea of what I want to be shooting, and so they don't shoot until they're in the perfect situation. The problem with that is that perfect situation, A, will never arrive if you're not working your way towards it by photographing what you have, any opportunity you have, and 2, you're not practicing, you're not gaining the experience.
Yeah, also sometimes we get criticism on what we take photos of. Sometimes people are like, that's like stupid stuff you're taking pictures of. And it is just mundane, normal stuff sometimes we take photos of.
A lot of times.
Yeah, it's not anything special, but I think finding beauty in the mundane and finding beauty in the world around you and what you have to photograph can stretch you and you can get some good pictures.
And I think you can have lots of excuses. It is very, very difficult to carve out the time to create beauty and art, but we don't let it stop us, and I don't think you should either. So, yeah.
That's our 2 cents.
Yeah, that's all we have to offer. Hopefully it helps.
Hi everyone, how you doing? I'm Chris, otherwise known on YouTube as Pal to Tech. I'm a corporate organization photographer located in the Atlanta area. One of the biggest blocks to creativity can be comparing yourself to other photographers in your same field. Because of social media, you're constantly bombarded with amazing photos and incredible images captured by other photographers who work in the same field as you do. And because of this, It's really easy to get caught up in comparing their work technique and style with yours. You've done it. I've done it. We've all done it. And often this type of overthinking can be paralyzing to your creativity because it leaves you feeling like you don't have as much creativity or talent as, those amazing photographers out there. So here's my advice to you. All those other photographers that you think are so amazing, well, they all struggle with the same thing. They have self-doubt. They compare themselves to other people just like you. They also make an incredible amount of mistakes, creativity flops, and horrible photos. You just never see them. So put those people into perspective a little bit. You need to stop comparing yourself with, and more importantly, stop trying to be like those other people. Remember this. If you're trying to shoot photos in a creative style that's exactly like someone you admire, then you're doing it wrong because it's not you. There's only one person on earth that can shoot with a creative style that's as good as yours, and that's you. Because it's your style, it's your creativity, your single individual mark on the world. And the only way you're going to grow that style and overcome all of that overthinking and just start creating is to just get out there and shoot. Listen up. Action cures fear. Get out there and start shooting now, right now, before the sun sets today. Then do the same thing tomorrow. Action cures fear. And if you do that, your style will emerge and your creativity will come. I promise you. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone. Gajan here, a photographer, YouTuber, and podcaster based out of Toronto, Canada. And first and foremost, thank you, Reggie, for inviting me to be a part of this production. Let's not waste any more time. What do I believe people might be overthinking in their field, in our field, really? Well, it's the things that are out of their control, the external. What are people gonna think? What are people gonna say? Will people like my content? How many likes am I gonna get? How many shares am I gonna get? Is the market too saturated? I believe people are overthinking these things, especially when they're looking to get started. And this might be hurting you because it's inhibiting your ability to focus on what you want to do, what you love to do. If you're asking me for advice, what I would say is every single day, focus on one thing you can do to move the needle. I say this often, whether it's in my podcast or YouTube channel, move the needle every single day, little by little. And yes, you can plan for some rest. You don't have to go and move a mountain in a single day, but every single day, look to inch closer to what your dream lifestyle may be. So if you want to be a YouTuber, for example, every single day, try to inch closer toward that, whether it's reading an article, watching tutorial videos, networking with other creators, taking pictures, taking videos, whatever it may be. Just look to inch closer every single day. You add this up day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you'll actually surprise yourself in what you are able to achieve. So again, stop thinking so much about the external, the things that are out of your control. Focus on what you can actually do. Focus on the things that you can actually impact and watch your lifestyle change right before your eyes. A lot of this comes back to mindset and changing your mindset. They say that it takes 90 days to unlearn a bad habit and 90 days to learn a new habit. Well, it's gonna take some time. So try to make this idea of moving the needle a habit where every single day you focus on what you can control, what you can actually do, and stack that one after the next. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy. You can go ahead and read something or watch something, as long as every single day this is the top of your mind and inch towards your goals. Again, you will surprise yourself. I truly believe it. This is something that has changed, well, my lifestyle and what my day-to-day looks like, so I know you can do it for yourself.
So before I give my own personal message to you guys, I'd like to give a big thank you again to John, Chris, Danae, Andrew, and Gajan for banding together and helping me in this effort to spark some inspiration in you and motivate you to keep pushing your creativity by taking action and by doing. As for my message to you, I'd like to urge you all to stop thinking about what the experts have to say and start making creative decisions for yourself. The biggest thing I've noticed in the photography community and creatives in general is that people are in a constant search for what is the best, what is the most reliable, what is the correct approach, what is the most efficient, what is the optimized way to do something. And instead of figuring it out for themselves, they look to experts, influencers, articles, Google, and to be frank, YouTube channels like this one for help. But this can easily turn into an endless exercise of constant research and that feeling that one just doesn't have enough information to act or make a decision. I'm telling you, forget what the experts have to say and make the decision for yourself. But Reggie, how do I even know if the decision I'm making is going to be the right one? Well, the truth is you won't. And until you try it for yourself, you'll never know. Well, let me ask you this. How do you think the experts actually became experts? At some point, they had to take risks, and they're always making decisions, and they aren't afraid of being wrong. And they're definitely not afraid to the point of freezing up completely and not making any decision at all. The truth is, there is a greater long-term harm in not making decisions, or in our case, not taking that photo, than there is in making wrong decisions or taking a bad photo. It's just a matter of perspective. You really do have to get into the practice of making more creative decisions with your photography. Try shooting in full manual. Be deliberate with your lens selection. Be intentional with the way that you light things. Be thoughtful about your composition. The list can go on. Because when you make a bad decision, maybe you choose the wrong lens, you choose the wrong settings, you frame a bad composition, all you really have to do is just correct it. And once you get into the habit of making decisions constantly, the quicker you'll be at correcting the bad ones. Sometimes in real time, or sometimes you'll even just preventively correct them before you even take the photo or bring the camera up to your eye. It's going to take some adjustment, but eventually you will start to notice the patterns and constantly be learning and refining your style, technique, and taste that you won't fear making a decision or staking your claim because you'll realize it's never really that big of a deal. And once you start making your own decisions without the influence of an expert, if you experiment without any real knowledge of the right thing or the best thing, that's actually how the best photos are made. That's actually how progressive art is created, and that is actually how the most innovative techniques are developed. All you have to do is just try. And I get it, every once in a while you will hit a roadblock that requires some research, some learning, etc. Fine, go ahead and look it up, but once you learn that knowledge, stop and go out and apply it. Don't revert back into that pitfall of constant research and analysis paralysis. Knowing without doing is just as bad as not knowing something at all. Actually, I'd argue that it might be even worse. Make decisions, find your voice, develop your style. The world doesn't need you to be the same as the leading expert, or it doesn't need you to be the same as your favorite photographer. The world simply needs you to just be you.